Okay, so I'm just going to go through what I've got in my pack. This is it's a pretty standard sort of overnight kit that I've got in here. I've got just about everything I need in there except for water, and it weighs at the moment about 7.5 kilos, so it's not bad. So this is the tent. This is my Chinese 650 gram 3F ultralight gear tent from AliExpress. It's about the size of a coffin, so very apt, and it is only single skin, so it does get some condensation. Then in its bag, not normally in its bag, but here it is. This is my blow-up air mattress. So again, tiny, but then it has to be tiny to fit in the tent. That weighs, I think, 350 grams as well. And here, this isn't packed down very well. It could compress a lot more. This is my sleeping bag. Now this one is about 650 or 750 grams, I think. Right, so that's the bottom bit. Let's have a look what's in the top. So, waterproof jacket, just a single layer thing. It hasn't got any lining or anything to it. Same for the waterproof trousers. Waterproof trousers are a bit of a requisite here. These ones are again pretty light. I think these are 150 grams or something. And again, inside out, because they are much more comfortable inside out and they repel water a lot better. Right, so that's waterproofs and sleeping and things like that. Food, obviously, the most important thing. So this is, for me, this is a pack for a day. So washing cloth. Second most important thing, in a Tropicana bottle, just to disguise it, whiskey. 24 hours worth of food, so obviously start with breakfast, 2 packets of porridge, lunch, again boil up some water, and I've got some mug shot, which are just sweet and sour, chicken and sweet corn. And then for dinner, either Chinese noodles or I haven't got any here, but couscous, and I add to that a little packet of vegetables and soya. So it bulks these things up a little bit. And there's obviously nothing in that that's going to help you. And coffee sachets, and for a treat, a instant hot chocolate. To do all the hot food, all you need is to boil water, so it's quite easy. So what I tend to do is I have this quite large mug, which is big enough to hold a 100 gram canister of gas, which I carry, which is not too heavy. Get a little gas stove as well, and I could get one of these. Titanium, it weighs 15 grams. It comes from China and it costs about £5. And then the titanium windbreaker as well, and then titanium spork. Okay, so first of all, if you're going overnight, it's always nice to have underpants. So my Kmart underpants, I love these. These are very good. They're Coolmax. Then again, another good synthetic material. I like these socks. These are from Decathlon. Walking socks. They're not very thick, but they're polyamide or nylon, as we used to call it. So they keep your feet dry. Often take something like this, a pair of tights, long-legged tights that are either merino or something. These ones I wouldn't normally take out too much here because they are very cool. If you put them on, they make your legs feel cold, so it might be handy in Australia. And this, obviously, neck gaiter or snood to keep your neck warm, and also quite nice for if it's raining. I find that's quite nice over the bottom half of your face to stop it feeling like you're being bombarded with rain, especially if the wind is quite hard. And then for evenings, then something like this. This is a full zip fleece, so it's a bit heavier than some of the others, and it's got pockets, but I like it. Then if it's really bad, I don't take these out that much if it's reasonable tracks and things. But if you're going through tussocky grass, or if it's really raining, then these are quite handy as well. These are gaiters. Okay, so on this side we have got water. So I don't carry much water here, 500 mils. I'd probably have 2 of these, but only probably have 1 full at a time, because I do carry this, and this is a water filter, and in the UK water is not hard to come by. So on the other side, toilet shovel, and toilet paper. What have we got in here? In here we have got a nice little sit mat. Then in here at the top, so this is the battery pack to keep the phone going, and this is my torch. I don't carry a full-size torch. This is ancient, this thing. I must have had it for probably 30 years, and it's just a little mini tripod. It's got little legs that go in there, or you can, both of them are gone now, or you can clip it onto something, so you can clip it onto a branch or a rock or anything, and it'll hold things steady, so it's quite good. And as this phone will now do 30-second exposures of stars in the night reasonably satisfactorily, I think that'll be enough to get me through most situations that I want. What else have we got in here? I have got 2 hats. So this is my folding peak cap. So I like this because you can fold it up and then stick it in your pocket. It goes quite nicely there. And then I have this hat, which is definitely not a fashion item, but it's enough to give you a good bit of shade. So this is probably going to come to Australia with me. And it looks a bit dorky, but actually it weighs nothing. And then finally, I always carry a map and a compass as well. Although I don't tend to use the maps, I tend to use the phone for navigation. The only time I've ever used the maps is to show other people where they are, because they always seem to be lost. So there's people wandering around saying, "Oh, do you know where such and such mountain is? Oh, you've passed it a mile ago. Let's look on the map, shall we?" And this is my toiletry pack. So a bit of sunscreen, kids' sunscreen works quite well. Toothbrush, toothpaste. Managed to forget them a couple of times. Ibuprofen, only one of them left. There'll be more of those. Foot blister plasters, absolutely essential. I had 50-cent or 50p piece blisters on my feet in Scotland last time on the first day, and managed to get out with sticky tape on my heels. But actually, once I put these on, I was able to continue the rest of the holiday. So another week in Scotland and then another week in the Lake District. So here's the things I use for washing before food or after going to the toilet. These are antibacterial, soap-based, water-based wipes. So the alcohol-based ones, these are quite good for your feet. They stop you getting tinea and they stop your feet from smelling, and they are also good as a underarm deodorant. So that's all that's in the bag. So that's why it's only 7 kilos, because I'm sure there's stuff in there that I've forgotten, but I can't think what it is that I have forgotten. I will sometimes take extras, so I don't normally carry 2 mugs, but I have got 2 mugs if I'm feeling extravagant. I can have the noodles cooking up in one, and I can have the coffee cooling down in this one, ready to drink. This will probably come. This is a backpack cover, and then finally this thing probably will come with me as well. This is the under floor for the tent. This is the size of the tent, so you can see why it's like a coffin. The tent is tiny. So that's what 7 kilos of 24 hours camping looks like. Obviously, you can do a couple more days and it only brings it up to about 9 kilos, depending on how much water you carry. It's the water that makes all the difference. So if you're only carrying 500 mils, it's actually quite light.